Good evening. How you doing? How you doing today? I'm Minister Peyton Moore, and I know today is Sunday, and I'm gonna come to you in a different way. Uh, it's a show I used to have that was called Gloves Off. Gloves Off. I recorded a video earlier, and I found a glitch in there, and I just always like to go. I released it, and I didn't realize that I said something in a way it would have kind of been in a way. But I'm not taking back what I said. I just want to clear it up. Um, so go just come back and watch this video. It's still gonna be in the same format. My concerns today is, and I'm talking to the black race today as a whole. As individuals, I think some of us are getting it. We got to get out of this slave mentality mindset of Republican, Democrat, black, and white. Everything has become racist. I mean racist to the point to where racism have infiltrated into the hearts and minds and even into the pulpits and even into the church. We got to get out of this mindset. As long as we stay there, we're going to always stay in Egypt. We're going to always stay in bondage. Racism is nothing but a demonic spirit that gets into the heart of people, into the minds, and it has destroyed lives all across the board. But if we are supposed to be the children of God, the children of Judah, we're supposed to be the light and the salt of the world. Even though racism exists, we can denounce it. Those that want to carry it on, no matter what their race are or whatever their nationality is or where they come from, that's them. They got to deal with that with God. But I want us to get out of that mindset to the best of our ability. And if it's in our heart, we need to release it and give it to God and let God destroy that. We don't want to stay stuck in Egypt. We want to go forward. We want to go forward. Today, I'm going to talk about something a little bit different, and I hope you all enjoy it. Here's a book by Les Payne and Tamara Payne. It's called The Dead Are Rising, and it's about the life of Malcolm X. Good book. You all need to read it. Really read it and get it. You really need to get it and read it. Malcolm X was a man who stood his ground. He would not back down. He could not be bought by any means necessary. He would protect himself, his family, and his community. He was assassinated by his own with instructions of some high people in government. And his children and wife experienced that. It was right in front of their face, and they seen it with their own eyes. God was looking over him. He knew that he made steps, and he knew that one day that he was going to leave here, but he left here fighting for something. And that's why I respect him. He stood his ground. He meant what he said. He could not be bought. As I studied Marcus Garvey and I studied Malcolm X, I studied Booker T. Washington. What they were fighting for were equal rights. Equal rights, not civil rights, equal rights. They wanted for the black American in America, what they wanted was for us to have equal rights. The same rights that the Caucasian man have. The same rights that was given to the Asian people. The same rights that was given to people coming from South America or the Middle East or any part of the world. Because if you look in the Asian community, they have the American street name, but they also have in their language the street. They have their own banks within their communities, their own businesses. They support each other. Their money really don't come outside of their community. And then they plant businesses within our community, but they don't give back to our community. Martin Luther King made a statement, and Harry Belafonte also repeated it back. And I believe it was in a speech that Martin Luther King said he feared that he led his people into a burning house. He feared that he led his people into a burning house. And then after that, all of a sudden he was assassinated. He woke up and realized something, but somebody else on the other end, as I say, in high upper government, had another plan to get rid of him. And he was assassinated and left a wife and children. We're going to focus on something that Malcolm X was trying to warn the black community about. He was trying to warn the black community about, and that was, he said this, and I'm going to read some of his quotes. It says, the white liberal is the worst enemy to America and the worst enemy to the black man. The liberal elements of whites are those who have perfected the art of selling themselves to the Negro as a friend of the Negro. Okay? Getting sympathy of the Negro, getting the allegiance of the Negro, and getting the mind of the Negro. Then the Negro sides with the white liberal, and the white liberal uses the Negro against the white conservative so that anything that the Negro does is never for his own good, never for his own advancement, never for his own progress. He's only a pawn in the hands of the white liberal. That's a Malcolm X quote. Oh. Here's another one. The American Negro is nothing but a political football, and the white liberals control the ball through tricks, tokenism, and false promises of integration and civil rights. He blamed the black civil rights leaders for selling the black communities out to the white liberals for tokenism. Oh, here we go. Here goes another one. We don't organize any black man to be a Democrat or a Republican because both of them have sold us out. Both of them have sold us out. Both parties are racist, and the Democratic Party is the more racist. They're more racist than the Republican Party. He said that both parties are racist, but the Democratic Party is more racist than the Republican Party. Wow. Here's another quote. Oh, now he's talking about the media. This is the media, an irresponsible media. It will make the criminal look like he's the victim and make the victim look like he's the criminal. If you aren't careful, the media will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. This is the sort of propaganda technique that I call psychological warfare. That's a Malcolm X quote. Malcolm X quote. Now, Malcolm X was giving the black community warnings about this. And a lot of our grandparents or parents didn't take heed to what he was trying to say. It was one way he said, the black people were just being kicked around like a football. You just tossed around, and they got these puppets and clowns who they put in leadership to come to you and tell you what to do and how to do it. We have to think on our own, people. Let's wake up. Okay, let's get into this. Oh, here we go. Here's a statement that was made. And it was by the president by the name of Lyndon B. Johnson. He stated, "I'll have those Negroes," but he didn't say Negroes, "voting Democratic for the next 200 years. And also his other statement was, these Negroes, they're getting pretty uppity these days, and that's a problem for us since they've got something now that they never had before. The political pullback to up their uppityness. Now we've got to do something about this. We've got to give them a little something, just enough to keep them quiet, but not enough to make a difference." This was stated and said by a president of the United States of America, in which was a Democrat. The same president that stepped in to be president after the assassination of John F. Kennedy. So this is what he gave you. President Johnson would then give the black community welfare to shut the black people up. Little did black America know was that the welfare system would eventually help destroy the black family. The welfare system, the SNAP, the stuff that people are fighting about today, about, they're cutting this, they're cutting that. It destroyed the black family. Here is more information. The welfare state. Welfare keeps many black dependent on daddy government. What happens when the government shuts down? Like today. What happens? People starting to panic. No money going on the EBT cards. There's a possibility that Section 8 will be cut off. We don't know yet. It goes on to say, or when getting an implantable RFID chip is required by our government to continue to get in welfare. So they're planning on the future is there may be a planning of putting a chip in you in order to get welfare. Oh, better made or late. Okay. I'm just giving you some straight information. Okay. The reason why Lyndon B. Johnson went on with this. Now I know some people are gonna be like, "Oh, you trying to support the Republican Party, or you trying to support Trump?" No, I'm giving you facts. This is facts. This is historical facts. And until you all start opening up some books and start reading and understanding and doing research, instead of going on what social media is presenting to you, here we go. President Lyndon B. Johnson followed the concept of keeping us preoccupied and enslaved. By using the 1964 War on Poverty program, he knew the destruction of the black family and race would be evident if the law required the welfare system, food stamps, the food stamp program, depending on if blacks stayed poor, kept having children, and didn't get married. The welfare state in the black community kept couples from getting married. It promoted fatherless homes and encouraged dependency on the system. So how can we rise up if we are asleep? Because as a whole, the black community is asleep. There are some black people waking up. Like I told you, I'm not going to concentrate on the white community, and I'm not going to sit up here and concentrate on the Hispanic community or the South Americans. I know we've been through some challenges in the past 4 years where the illegal immigrants just done sucked up all the money and all the benefits. Now this is where we at. It done ran dry. Now they're trying to figure out how to get things redone because so many people have taken advantage of it. And they was allowed to do it by government approval. And now we're at the point now that's being taken care of. Now we're going to concentrate in America on now who's taking advantage of it in America. Okay, so it says, so how can we rise up if we were asleep? How can we rise up unless we realize what's going on? We think we are getting knowledge, but we are instead getting trick knowledge. Did I just tell you that the civil rights movement, the civil rights bill that was signed, the war on poverty, the voting right and all that stuff, Malcolm was trying to warn us, and Martin Luther King realized that he led his people into a burning house, and now today we are feeling it as a whole in America. Malcolm X said this. He said his biggest mistake was trying to organize a sleeping people around Pacific goals. He said that you had to first wake up the people in order to get action. Majority of the people still sleep. Because Hosea 4:6 says, my people perish from a lack of knowledge. You still sleep. The old statement that was made and said is that the best way to keep information away from a black man or a black woman is to put it in a book. And boy, did that work. Because most of us do not like to read. As long as social media say something, somebody on social media say, we believe it. As long as somebody in the media say something, we believe it. If somebody say something from that pulpit, we believe it. We don't go back and investigate nothing. We just believe it without going back to read up on it, investigating to find the truth. Hey, it's okay to go back and rebuke somebody and correct them, as long as you have the truth and the facts to back it up. Even though some people won't accept it, that's okay. At least you know the true facts. Okay? I may have said this earlier, but it's a shame to see our black culture and some of the people and what they're doing. As I said, I'm not against welfare and SNAP or Section 8. The people that need it can't get it. I support senior citizens that's getting Social Security and it's not meeting the poverty level that it should. I support that they need assistance. I support a parent who has a child that has disabilities. They need assistance. A person that's disabled and cannot function or operate in a work environment, they need government assistance. A veteran who comes home to nothing, or his wife is trying to take care of the children, or the husband is trying to take care of the children with a job, but the financial means are still not there. They deserve government assistance all across the board, because somebody's fighting for their country, or they have already fought and came back and they're having some difficulties. In those areas, I'm in 100% of paying my tax dollars to help people like that. But the people that I'm not willing to help is the lazy ones that lay on their back and do nothing but create and make babies. That go for you men too. I fought you too. I fought you young ladies for allowing it to happen. To allow a man to lay between your legs and you all produce children that you can't take care of. And then some of these children come into this world with deficiencies and disabilities because of something that you have done or put in your system. I mean, we got people making videos bragging that they're getting $3,000 and $4,000 and $5,000 a month in welfare, SNAP, and WIC and things, and the houses, the Section 8. There are people that need it, can't get it. And you have nerve enough to come brag and talk about if you don't get it, that you're going to go steal it. There are people that I will support that are working. Either they're single, at least they're working, but they still are living below the poverty level. Or a couple that's struggling to make ends meet. I agree with that. But guess what? In those cases, that's only temporary until you can get on your feet. It's taxpayers' dollars that's supplying what you need. But when you have people that take advantage of it, that's where I have a problem. Who told you to go out and have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 children by 4, 5, or 6 different men? Who told you to do that? There are people that have been on this welfare system for about 3 to 4 generations. Just like it's something just to pass down. The grandmother, the daughter, then the daughter have a daughter, and then the daughter have a daughter, and everybody's been on welfare and Section 8 all that time. No father in the house. Why? Because it was designed to keep the father out the house, especially in the black community. This is why we have so many young men and young ladies in and out of prison. They can't function in society. There's nobody to instill discipline. And it's just a mess. And then you have the people that get these EBT cards and then they sell them to have cash in their hand so they can get their hair done, their nails done, get all tattooed up, buy their drugs and their weed to go party and put their boots on the ground Friday through Sunday. While meanwhile, those children are at grandma's house and grandpa's house because they know if they go over there, they're going to be fed. Because when the children are at home, they're only eating some sour milk with some cereals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you think that me as a taxpayer want to support you when you're neglecting your children? No. Y'all need to go out and find these fathers. I know he probably done left you and went for somebody else to go do the same thing. You know, another thing too. Let me break this down. Now I'm going to get into some other areas. The black race, and especially the black women, is the only race of women that I hear, I don't need a man. I'm an independent woman. I'm a boss chick. How are you an independent woman and a boss chick and you don't need a man, but you on government assistance? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You on government assistance, but you don't need a man. You independent and you a boss chick. But you want to sleep with everybody else, man, to get what you need. But you don't need a man. I don't really hear an Asian woman saying that. I don't even hear a white woman saying that. Because they're on a whole different level. Why you don't need a man? Guess what they do if they're on assistance? And we know that the ratio of the white population is probably about 60 to 66%. The Hispanic, and then the black is about 13 to 16%. And then you have the Hispanic, which is above that. And then you have the Asians, and then you got the people from the Middle Eastern. But check this out. You're the only race probably that don't have the man in their house. And I'm not saying that some of their men are not in the house, but guess what? They play the system better than you. We don't ever see them being attacked, but you get attacked. Don't you remember the movie Claudine? Where when the welfare people came, either he had to hide in the closet and they had to clean up the house and they had to put everything away and it couldn't be nothing about a man there. You couldn't even have a brand new iron. If they saw something new in your house, or if the man was there, they seen something of a man in there, they're going to cut you off the welfare. Oh, y'all got it good. Y'all out here buying Prada and Gucci bags and $1,000 phones and getting your hair all whipped up and putting your boots on the ground every weekend and partying and going to see Beyonce and doing all of that. But you are on welfare. Some of y'all got brand new cars. Some people running businesses and still on welfare. Falsifying information. Well, the Caucasian woman that probably live in the trailer park, or maybe she don't. I don't know. But her man's still around. She may use another name, a maiden name, and claim that they separated. Or maybe they do get a real divorce and he's still around. They just working the system. He got a job. He doing his thing. The Hispanic woman ain't kicked her man out. You know, the one that y'all see walking the kids to school every morning. The ones that go do domestic work about 3 or 4 times a week and get paid cash, and they come home and take care of their kids and keep the house clean and have food already ready. While he's out doing his lawn service or his cement service or his roofing, getting paid cash, he's coming back home to his wife or girlfriend or whatever. The black one is the only one that talking about, I don't need a man in my house. I ain't putting up with this. Well, he probably don't want to put up with you, but I blame him too, because he fell right into the system too with you. I'm not letting you off the hook, brothers. Sometimes y'all know what y'all looking for. Y'all like them kind of women. Oh, they already got the apartment. They got a house. They got a 3-bedroom apartment that they only paying $100 a month for, and you ain't got to do nothing but go lay up and then have sex with her, and y'all making all these babies, and then y'all break up, and then she turn around and get somebody else and make some more babies, and then there we go. We got 10 babies floating around from about 8 different men. And then when you leave and she puts you out, because you're not supposed to be there in the first place, then you go find somebody else, like then you making babies over there, so you can't take care of none of the babies. You're a sorry man. Who? Now, I know we have people on both sides of the party, but when I see people from the Democratic Party and some of these leaders who are fighting to say, it's almost like they're protecting crime. Who in their right mind would want to have gang activity and the killing of innocent people in their community? Who in their right mind would allow a gay, lesbian, or transsexual person to be in the presence of their children, reading to them in a school, or coming into a restaurant, dancing in front of them, giving them a show? I wouldn't want my grandchildren, if I had young children. No, we're not doing that. Who in their right mind would want to live in a community where it's drug infested and people are innocently being killed? Who would want to vote for something like that? Even if it was a Republican, I wouldn't want to vote for that. Who want to keep high crime up in their community? Who want to do that? Who wants to promote pornography to a child? Who wants to promote a child being sex trafficked? Oh, there's something wrong with your mind if that's what you like, especially to a child, not alone another woman or another man. As I said, it's some videos been coming up very provocative. I mean, since this shutdown, just seems like videos been popping up everywhere. These young ladies just naked and licking their tongue out and hugging and kissing and promoting homosexuality and girls kissing, and you got the guys wearing little mini tennis skirts, and they kissing and hugging, and this is being promoted on social media where your children scroll through. I can't see how anybody in their right mind would think that's okay. But the scary part is, you so-called Christians, y'all falling right in the darkness of evil as well. You pastors, a lot of y'all, to me, you're not concerned about the faith and the mercy and the justice of the people. Only thing you're concerned about is how much money somebody can give you in church. How much tithe somebody can give you that you're commanding something that they shouldn't even be paying. How much offering they can give you. You're not concerned about nobody's soul. You're not concerned about nobody's life and marriage. You're just concerned about how many people you can put in that seat. Malcolm X called you out. Malcolm X called you out over 60 years ago. You ain't nothing but a bunch of puppets, clowns, and pimps that's keeping your people down in the black community. He wasn't afraid to call you out. Today, I'm calling you out. You may not agree with me. You may call me a coon. You may call me, oh, you're a Trump supporter, or you can call me whatever you want to call me. But all I know is right now, this shutdown, yeah, it's exposing and exploiting a lot of things that has been hidden. Like I say, my heart goes out for the people that have to suffer because the greedy and bad people have taken advantage of the system. As I say, there are people that really need it, can't get it because of lazy, low-down people who don't care about nothing but themselves. I hope y'all kind of understood what I was saying today. I had to go back and redo the video, but that's okay. But and all of y'all that's talking about what you gonna do, you gonna go out and steal, and you gonna walk out of Walmart on November 3rd, you gonna do all that, okay. Remember, you made videos on social media and your face is all over social media. So if those cameras have face recognition, guess what? They're gonna find you. Go ahead and do what you say you have to do. So it seems like right now, people's faith is really down. And as I will say again, if it was so bad out there as the way y'all say it is, and I hate those people that have to be furloughed, that you know, if anything, those government people should not be getting paid. At all. Zero. On both sides. I'm just talking facts. I didn't sign up to support nobody. I don't want to pay for no transgender operation. I don't want to pay nothing toward LGBTQ, XYZ. That's going to destroy our children. I don't want to pay for no operations. I don't want to pay for no abortions. I'm not paying for no illegals to come here and get free housing and free insurance. But now the investigation is going further because of people right here in America who has taken advantage of government resources. Now the doors are starting to close, and all of a sudden, that's racist. ICE is cleaning up neighborhoods, and the people that live in those neighborhoods are thanking President Trump that he did send forces in to clean up the mess. So who in their right mind wouldn't want that cleaned up? You got to be crazy. Oh, as long as you stay behind your gated community and you have security and you're protected, it's okay. But the rest of the people have to suffer. Okay. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today. And I hope I made it more clearer. And I thank you all very much for listening in. May God bless you.